Hey everyone, welcome to Mixology Phrenology. I'm Bitter Steve, and in a previous video I touched on how to make a margarita. But let's go a little bit more in depth with a few versions, including my world famous Smoky Guava Margarita. The first written appearance of the margarita was in 1866 in the novel Fast Men and Grass Widows, and I believe it was based off a simple cocktail that originated around the same time, the Daisy. It's made with orange liqueur and lemon juice with an assortment of different spirits as the base, except tequila. Once tequila was introduced to this cocktail and the more appropriate lime juice, they translated the name into Spanish, Margarita, one of my absolute favorite cocktails. The standard recipe calls for 2 ounces of tequila, and the Blanco the better. Aged tequila results in a mellower flavor, which can have trouble standing up to the other ingredients. Yes, you can balance it correctly, but I also want that full tequila flavor in my cocktail. Always use fresh lime juice, and the orange liqueur, well, that's your choice. I'm using something a little less sweet and a little more bitter. Well, you know why. I'm also using powdered sugar instead of simple syrup. And I think I'm going to retool all my cocktail recipes for this going forward. There's a little extra silkiness that the sugar adds, and this way I don't have another bottle taking up room in my fridge. This means I need to shake a little bit longer to add some extra water. The other option is to cut the lime down, but then you really need to change all your ratios. And you need that extra shake to make sure the sugar doesn't clump anyway. Always keep some spent lime shells around so you can rim the glass with kosher salt. And I'm using a giant ice cube just to make it look fancier. Perfect margarita on the rock with salt. Oh, that's so good. By the way, these are vintage McDonald's Daisy glasses from the 80s, I believe. Cool, right? Now, how do we make this more interesting? Let's take the exact same cocktail and we'll sub out just a ½ ounce of tequila with a smoky mezcal, something like a Vida or a Silencio, where the distillers took the hearts of the agave, buried them in the ground, and fire roasted them like barbacoa before fermenting. This alone upgrades the margarita to something more special, more unique. But I've got one more idea. I want to try out this guava marmalade that I found at the market. I've taken about a ½ cup of this and whipped it with an egg white, and we're going to use this 2 different ways. First, we've made the smoky margarita cocktail, and then we'll spoon the whipped marmalade onto the drink, 2 or 3 bar spoons. Whipping it with the egg white will make it light enough to float right on top. Even though this looks cool, it's more than just presentation. You still get the full flavor of the Mezcal margarita and can control how much guava marmalade you get in each sip. In the second, I'm going to add it straight into the shaker, somewhere between a tablespoon and a ½ ounce, and I'm going to leave out the powdered sugar. This marmalade will more than make up for the sugar. You can see that these are very different cocktails, but they're going to get the same garnish. I've made these candied jalapeños, and this adds a fun aromatic, both hot and sweet, and as they fall into your cocktail, you get just a hint of that heat coming through. There you go, 3 versions of a famous drink. Let me know in the comments below if you prefer Mezcal in your margarita. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next video. Amazing, absolutely amazing. So good. I actually think I like this one better. I think I like being able to control the guava, and I really love the way the Mezcal works in a margarita. It's one of my favorite cocktails.